Well, those ideas are a kind of parallel reality that social movement groups like PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and my favorite, GRASP, the Great Ape Standing and Personhood Project, GRASP, opposing thumbs, get it? That's the sort of parallel reality that those sorts of social movement groups envision, a world of truly open hearts, where we venerate the miracle of all sentient beings, not just our own species. They suggest that the notion of species is in itself specious. Notions of species are, after all, artificial categories imposed by human thinking, deciding where to draw a dividing line, fairly arbitrarily. Perhaps we'd be a little less neurotically self-centered, a little less in love with the notion of us alone occupying the tip of creation, the tip of an imagined Darwinian tree. This human-centered assumption underlies most traditional fundamentalist religion. God made humans special. The theory of evolution messily blurs the divide between us and our planet mates and makes many, many, many shaved apes like us nervous. Yes, I believe God made me in one day. Yep, looks like you rushed it. For myself, speaking personally, I would rather be descended from a wily ape than from a bigoted fundamentalist nincompoop any day. We already sense when we go to the zoo, in our bones, our connections with the great apes, which I think is why for a while the whole world wanted to know about this story. We wanted her to be free, having richly earned it, and because we feel we can't really be. And this is why we may, in our heads, supply the happy Hollywood ending in my imagination. And in others, I see a lone hominid sitting atop a prison wall, scaled triumphantly as part of a self-willed evolution into personhood, gazing off into the unknown, at the strange city, at the hills which ring the Garna Plains, but instead of slinking back off to rejoin the safe and the known, I see her take a deep breath, leap from the wall, and tear off through the park, bounding away, skirting the shrieking hominids holding ice cream and chips up to their gaping frozen mouths, heading for the thickets, clambering nimbly up the trees and out of the zoo grounds, off toward the lushly vegetated hills as the sun begins to set, running to find Pusung, and if not Pusung, to just keep going. And because it's my fantasy, I'm there, of course, and I'm cheering her on with my voice catching in my throat as I cry, "Run, Carta, run, and don't look back!" But that's not how it played out, of course. And in her return, we may see an image of our own self-maintained, well-appointed prisons. Like most of us, I don't know perfectly how to make myself happy, but I know I would be depressed to think that we just can't handle freedom. Maybe we're just not ready yet, like her. But maybe we're set to evolve too. Who says it's over? Maybe when we realize that we've internalized the mechanisms of our own control, have willfully disempowered ourselves, we might then begin looking around for the tools to short-circuit our wires with. And then, who knows what we could become? The story of Carta has an epilogue. Carta has a new male friend who is kind and loving towards her. And the rumor is she's expecting. And if there is a heaven, I feel sure that Pusung would be smiling at this. He would smile to know that grief ends, that love returns, and the genes are passed on as the great planet rolls. And if the child of this union thrives, armed with Carta's genes, who knows what it might become? Amen.